Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for September. I hope you're doing well. I am going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Taurus out there, so guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that in a general reading, the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, just get in where you fit in. But as always, Taurus, do not force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Taurus? Taurus. All right, Taurus, you are starting out with the Devil in reverse. You have the Moon. And you have the Empress. Wow, that is some powerful energy. Very powerful. All three are major arcana as well. So whatever you're going through right now, Taurus, is major. I do feel like you are coming out of some sort of toxic energy. You're releasing it. You're letting it go. If you have any sort of like addictions or codependency or any of that kind of thing, you're working on yourself. You're releasing all of that toxic energy. You're letting it all go. Now, I do feel like you're moving in silence with the Moon here. There's a lot of things that you're kind of keeping to yourself. And I feel like you're sitting back. You're realizing your value, your self-worth. You're in this Empress energy, and it's beautiful energy. You're not dealing with toxic people. You're kind of moving in silence. You don't really care for people to know what you're doing and what you're up to, but you're attracting. You're sitting back and you're attracting. You're not chasing after anything. You're just allowing all good things to come to you. And this is a powerful energy that you're in. And I feel like you're exiting something that was disempowering you. So I do like that. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Taurus energy, please. Show me who is in Taurus energy. All right, so the person in your energy, Taurus, we have the Queen of Coral in the reverse. This could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. We have the Queen of Spears, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And then we have the Ten of Coral. So the person that's in your energy is feeling a little bit bitter right now. This is somebody who has put up very strong boundaries. They may not be really receptive to communicating and talking right now. There's almost this sense of them being defensive, feeling as if there's danger. They feel like you're keeping secrets. They feel like, you know, because I do feel like you're moving on the down low. So this person is putting up all these boundaries, and you may feel that they're not even receptive to talking to you. Now, in the upright, the Queen of Wands is very... is somebody that is very attractive, somebody who people love to be around. But right now, this person is a little bit bitter. It's almost like there's a bit of angry energy. There's something to do with possibly fall time frame for some of you with regard to this. Be very careful as well that you're not dealing with somebody here that could be doing some sort of black magic. Because getting this particular card along with what I'm seeing here and across from the Devil in reverse, that may indicate you're dealing with somebody here that is bitter and maybe doing magic spells. And keep in mind, guys, magic spells, words are powerful. So it could just be that they're bad-mouthing you, or they're talking bad about you, or saying bad things about you, and not speaking any kind of positivity. Regardless, I feel like this is somebody that you've had a toxic connection with in some form. So I do feel with the Ten of Coral, this person is feeling overwhelmed. They're burdened. They're unsure of how to move forward. They feel like they have the weight of the world on them right now. Let me see the energy between Taurus and this person. The Sun in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of unhappiness between the two of you. You, because you felt like you were dealing with someone toxic and you're saying, no more, I'm not doing this. they feel like you keep secrets. And so, and there's just some bad juju between the two of you. Let me see. You may not have seen this person in a while. Let me see what's affecting the connection. The Ten of Treasure in the reverse. Yeah, there was an ending here. So you're both feeling a loss in this connection. I feel like you keep that quiet and that it's made this person very defensive. So you're definitely both feeling a loss here. There's been an ending, possibly of a long-term connection. Show me the outcome at the end of the week for Taurus. Show me the outcome at the end of the week for Taurus. Five of Coral in the reverse. So if there's been conflict here, I feel like that conflict is ending, but honestly, it feels more like you're both avoiding a conflict. This looks like a push-pull kind of connection. And I feel like you're no longer participating in that, Taurus. And this person is feeling overwhelmed and very burdened by this. They feel like there's been a lot of problems in this person's life. So I feel like you could both be kind of avoiding each other at this point. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Treasure. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate to me that you are bringing balance back into your life, especially with regard to your finances and to also just joy, because we see in this card, as the balance comes back in, she's very joyful. So I do feel like you're bringing balance back into your life right now. All right, so let me clarify. Spirit, why is the Devil in reverse for Taurus? Yeah, the Nine of Wands reversed and the High Priestess. See, that just makes me worry that you're dealing with somebody here, Taurus, that is working some sort of spell work. Because I feel like you're exhausted. So this person could be doing things to try to make you feel exhausted, make you feel tired, make you feel overwhelmed. I feel like this is somebody you don't really trust. And I feel like you've kind of figured this out. You're kind of saying, no more. This person is toxic for me. I don't want any more of it. I do feel like you are being very secretive, though. About what, I'm not quite sure, but I feel like you learned a lot from this experience, but you're being very secretive. You could also be dealing with somebody here, a Scorpio, or perhaps somebody who is a reader. You might be getting readings on this person and you don't like what you're hearing. It's making you feel more suspicious of this person. So let me see the moon. Whatever this toxic energy is, you have found a way to kind of overcome it. But I think it took a lot for you to do it. All right, we have the Hangman. And we have the Six of Coins. So I feel like you're doing a lot with your finances and your money. You're keeping very silent, very quiet. I feel like you're not revealing to anybody what's going on with you. I also feel like it's taken quite a bit of time to find your balance since this connection ended. I definitely feel like you've been working very diligently to try to overcome something. For some of you, it's financial, and others, it's the loss of this connection. And I feel like it's taken a long time. You were kind of suspended in this energy for a long time. And now you are coming into a state of balance, which is wonderful. Let me see why the Empress is here. Some of you are being very secretive about your money. All right, so we have the Three of Cups reversed and the Empress in reverse. Yeah, so you doubt yourself sometimes. You're doubting your value, your self-worth sometimes. But I do feel like it's related to unhappiness. So you were stuck in this toxic energy for a long time. I see that turning around for you. And I feel like you're making a determination here not to go back into this connection And it's because you feel like it's not going to grow. It's not going to become everything you would like it to be. You may even feel that this person is not a very nurturing and loving and kind person. And I have to say, right now, they're not. I'm not saying that they never are, but right now you're correct in your assessment. And I feel like this is somebody you kind of put on a pedestal at some point, and now you're realizing this person's not who you thought they were. I do like that you are in the Empress energy, but I do see you kind of doubting yourself sometimes, falling back into unhappiness, and then kind of collecting yourself again and saying, no, I'm not going to go into that toxic energy. It's taken a long time for you to find this balance, and I feel like you're in the cusp of it. You're not like deep in this balance, so it's a process. So let's look at this person's energy. Why is the Queen of Coral in reverse for the person in Taurus energy? Eight of Cups reversed, Knight of Wands reversed. So this person may have been in and out of your life, Taurus. I feel like they came in when it was convenient for them and they left when it wasn't. So I feel like it's been very inconsistent with this person. Right now, they're hoping that you're going to come back to them. There does seem to be a lack of communication. They may be telling others that you're being a player, that you're not, you're the one that's inconsistent. But I do feel like either they're coming back into your energy at some point, or they're planning to, or, that they've done this. It's been an in and out kind of connection. So if they are planning to come back into your energy, I feel like it's going to be a surprise. I don't think you're going to see it coming, but it's almost like intuitively you know that might happen. So I get the feeling like this has been on and off, on and off. Right now, it looks like there's no communication between the two of you, and it's making this person very unhappy. So they're kind of hoping you'll come back towards them. Why is the Queen of Spears here for the person in Taurus energy? Yeah, this person's definitely not happy. Why is the Queen of Spears here for the person? All right, we have the Four of Cups reversed, and we have the Ten of Cups reversed. They don't like that you're ignoring them. Yeah, they don't like that you're ignoring them. They don't like that they don't know what's going on with you. They're very unhappy. This is somebody who may have been planning a, whole life with you, and now they're like, I have to kind of turn my back on this. This is not going to work out for me. This is going to be a missed opportunity. Let's see why the Ten of Coral is here. They're definitely unhappy about the ending of this connection, and they don't like that you're ignoring them. We have that Queen of Swords again. So very strong Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Yeah, they want to have a new beginning with you. But here's the thing, Taurus, is that they want you to come chasing after them. They want to be able to like shoot you down. And I feel like this person played mind games. I do. So I feel like that right now they're like giving off the signals, the hints that they're not open to talking, and yet they are. I feel like this is somebody who just wants you to chase them. And maybe at some point you did, but I feel like you're no longer willing to do that. See, ultimately what they want to do is talk about a new beginning, a stable new beginning. But I can see that this has been a situation where there were a lot of problems in this connection. A lot of problems with regard to stability. So let me see the energy between Taurus and this person. All right, we have the Strength card reversed, and we have Judgment. Yeah, they do. They want to reconcile with you, but they won't say it. They want you to come towards them. Yeah. Strength card in reverse does indicate to me that, again, it's that energy of kind of going back and forth. There's definitely a need to continue working on yourself. I feel like you're kind of tired. I feel like you don't trust this person. You're exhausted. But there's a need for you to continue working on yourself here. I'm also feeling like there's fear involved in this, fear of the unknown, fear of what this person might know, fear of what, you know, they might be doing with this High Priestess energy. Yeah, there's a deep sense of not really knowing who you were dealing with almost. And I definitely see you don't trust this person. I feel like this is somebody who does want this connection to come back together, though. Let me see why the 10 of Pentacles is in reverse for Taurus and this person. Yeah, I would be very cautious with this person because I feel like they're a little bitter right now. And there's a lot of manipulation type of energy going on. All right, so we have the 7 of Swords. I'm sorry, that's interesting. I said that. The 8 of Swords, and we have the 9 of Cups. So I feel like you're working on your own happiness. There's a wish fulfillment here, and that wish fulfillment has to do with finances balancing out. It has to do with reaching balance in your life. I feel like you are kind of approaching this very quietly and on the down low. I feel like you're definitely in a secretive nature, which is not unusual for Taurus, especially with regard to for their money. They don't like everybody knowing their business. And so I see you in a solitary energy here, but you're working on your own desires, your own wishes. I do see a lot of emotions, a lot of going back and forth, doubting yourself at times, but more and more you're finding the balance in your life, and it's been a long time in coming. I also feel like at one point you saw this person as your wish fulfillment, and now you're questioning that. In their energy, they don't like that you're ignoring them. It's making them very unhappy because I feel like they want you to come in and then they can put up these boundaries. They can tell you the way things are going to be. And that's not happening. So this person is kind of up in their head. They think about you a lot. They think about the situation. I feel like this is somebody who almost has a bit of obsessive energy, particularly with how to find happiness in the situation. There's almost an obsessive energy about the way things ended between the two of you. They're viewing you as selfish. Also be careful of addictions, because I feel like some of you could have been struggling with some addictions and now you're finding balance. You don't want people to know about whatever this is. And I feel like you're trying to figure out what is going to make you happy. So, and this person's kind of on the, low key, they're really obsessing about this situation, particularly how things ended. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome at the end of the week for Taurus. All right, so we have the 7 of Wands reversed. We have the Hermit. We have the Magician reversed. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, some ghosting energy here. It's the energy of avoidance that I'm seeing. With regard to this connection, you both feel rather powerless, and that's where this lack of communication is coming from. You're both trying to figure out, why this ended, how this ended, what your part in it was, what the other person's part in it was. I feel like you're having difficulty sometimes with your manifestations, Taurus, because you're doubting yourself and you're kind of going back and forth. But ultimately, I do feel with regard to this relationship, you're basically saying, I am going to avoid this person at all costs because I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. I don't want to deal with it. This didn't turn out the way I thought it was going to. At some point, I thought this person was my wish fulfillment. But, you're realizing that you may have put this person on a pedestal that they didn't deserve to be on. So I don't see you chasing after them, which is what they are desiring, by the way. And I feel like you may be saying, yeah, I'm not willing to do that. Now, this person that's in your energy is very patient. I will tell you that. They have planted seeds and they're waiting to see what's going to happen with that. They are also avoiding conflict because what they want is for you to come towards them, for you to want to talk to them about how to work things out, how to, you know, bring this into a solid foundation. This person could have already started something with someone else as well. It's almost a spiteful energy of just wanting to, you know, you to chase after them so they can turn you down. I don't like that energy, if I'm being completely honest. I do feel like neither of you are going to be talking by the end of the week. There's a strong suggestion here that there's a lot of avoidance. A lot of avoidance on both sides, but for different reasons. So bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate that same energy of a lack of communication, feeling like there could have been a lack of truthfulness here, and definitely a lack of clarity. So let me pull an oracle card. I feel like you're kind of on the right track, Taurus. I feel like this person's energy is kind of, I don't know. I don't care for what I'm seeing. It's a little bit spiteful. And there's a little bit of obsession that's here as well. And that obsession is stemming from the fact that you're not chasing them. And I don't see you doing that. You're working on yourself. So show me what you'd like Taurus to know. Taurus. Yeah, it says go for it. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. Beautiful. All right, I hope this has helped you, Taurus, and I hope it's given you some clarity in this situation. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe. And until I see you in your next reading, Taurus, know that you are loved, and namaste.